So I'm back with 2 more Lotus Petals. I put one in the main deck over the Horizon Canopy and one in the sideboard over the 4th Leyline of Sanctity. Because, like, of course Leyline is better as a 4-off, but I only want it against decks that I have a bad matchup against. I mean, it's good against Burn to have 4, like against Storm. I've probably said often on this stream, like, I don't really care about it enough because he doesn't win. Okay, he's like on Death and Tax or Aggro Loam or 4-color control. I'm gonna keep because of Mirror's Guile. It's a very loose keep, but like if Mirror's Guile does not find us an Argothian, it's a pretty slow start. Because then we won't have a turn 2 Enchantress. I don't know why he's fetching in my upkeep. It's a very strange choice. But sure. Let's hope he does not decay this next turn. Okay, he's on Aggro Loam. I think I want to petal here, just to get out my Enchantress presence as quickly as possible. Doomwake is okay on the one hand, but I won't be able to cast it yet next turn because I will still only have 3 mana, so I think I need to fetch it away. No, sorry for making noise in front of the camera, but I will need breakfast if I'm gonna play 2 more hours. So again, here I was pretty happy with the Lotus Petal, so I'm starting to like the card a bit more already. Now I really want a Doomwake Giant to resolve, so I'm gonna keep it on top this time. Actually, now I'm going to draw it by accident. But well, I'm first gonna Utopia Sprawl and then I'm gonna jam the Solitary Confinement. Pardon me. I'm gonna draw Solitary Confinement as a way to protect against discards and just to save some damage. And I'm gonna sacrifice it immediately. Reveals Loam and Knight. Sure. If he lets me draw Rest in Peace, I don't mind him having... Oh, that's rough. I think I jam Rest in Peace before a Confident. If he plays Loam here. No, this draws him 2 cards. I still need to kill his Confidence first. I do have a black mana, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna fetch a basic here. Like Wild Growth could be nice next turn, But I think I want to fetch basics and not get wastelanded yet. My opponent did not loam, so that means he probably wants to play Knight to the Reliquary and something else. Although he does have the cycling land, so he can just get back loam whenever he wants. I think I'm only going to be able to play 3 enchantments, so I'm not going to be able to kill his Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, because I'm drawing the Solitary Confinement now. Do I want to throw a land into his wasteland? I think I do. But do I want to attack? I think I can take some damage here. I think I just want to start attacking him in case I don't draw the Rest in Peace combo. Oh yeah, of course he could save his knight just by cycling. Then maybe I did not want to take 7 damage. Or 8 damage. Yeah, Ghost Quarter is very good against Enchantress. And Ghost Quarter with Loam. Oh, he did not take the enchanted land. Oh, of course he wants to take me off white mana here with his wasteland. Yeah, sure, I have a white source in hand. Chalice for 1 is okay. It's better than Chalice for 2, for sure. I don't want any of these. I definitely don't want Elephant Grass. Enchantress presence is not great, because really I just want to draw Rest in Peace here. Maybe I should have drawn the Elephant Grass and dig 1 deeper. Actually no, the fetch land could be more valuable. Because I can use it with the Mirror next turn. I'm not attacking here because if he blocks and searches as a fetch land, this becomes a 7/7. And then he maybe still has a cycling land in hand to pay with the land he fetched. So this is like 8/8 in theory. He does have a lot of cards in hand, like probably half of them are lands due to Life from the Loam. but still, like I should be careful of not getting abrupt decayed. Sure. As long as he's not alive from the loading back his Ghost Quarter, I'm fine. But he's getting the loam. I think he should, so that's a correct choice. I definitely need to find my rest in peace now. Okay, I want to use it, yes. Oh, it's my last forest. That's, I'm glad to still have the white source in hand. Oh, excellent. Don't want any of the others, so I'm gonna fetch after drawing. And I think I still pay here, because I'm not likely to need all the mana. Although if I don't fetch, I draw another card to kill his Knight of the Reliquary and stop him from... Yeah, then I need 4 mana. Yes, I'm still gonna keep this by lack of better place. Oh yeah, I should have fetched after the first draw trigger, because I only needed one of these cards to kill his knight. Oh well. I'm gonna play Mirrors here first, in case I can destroy the Chalice. Like, I have more use for a second Elephant Grass than for a second Mirror's Guile. Oh, it didn't enter, of course. Damn, that's pretty big here. But I should still attack. No, in case he gets a merit late and is able to destroy this. Actually, that doesn't matter, because these can't block flying creatures anyway. Oh, he's gonna get a Maze of Ith, I'm supposing. Or sure. I keep forgetting that this does not work when your card gets countered. He's very likely to bring in Gedok, so I think I want to side out one of the helms, and I want Sigarda in. Oh, let me see, I can't resolve the Doomwake Giant without... Actually, I still have a Bayou to fetch, so I think I do want the Doomwake here. I do want to sacrifice Elephant Grass. Let me see if I still have the Bayou. I do. Let's let me see. This is gonna get countered, so I just throw away the carpet, because it does nothing against his deck. And he should be dead by next turn. I don't think he has an possible out to this. So like both Helm and getting killed by 2 creatures. So I will want the... I don't think I want the plows here. I do want Cast Out, I do want Sterling Grove and Sigarda. Probably Rexage and maybe Seeds of Innocence. Because Seeds can kill both a Chalice, a Mox Diamond and Ethersworn Canonist. Especially Ethersworn Canonist will be difficult to deal with. Okay. Here I want the Eidolon into the Serra Sanctum. Then we will be able to play both Solitary and Eidolon for giving his creatures -4/-4. You should see the writing on the wall and concede here. Lotus Petal is unsure. Carpet of Flowers has to go. Elephant Grass, because he plays Chalice, I definitely don't want all 4. I do want Sterling Grove because of the decays and stuff. I do want Cast Out, I think, because he has a lot of annoying permanents. I do want Sigarda. I think I cut 1 petal for now. I do cut the Zenith because he's on the Galactic plan and maybe Astalias and stuff. So this may be underwhelming. I was considering the Seeds of Innocence and the well, of course I definitely want the Rexage. So I was considering Swords to Plowshares against like Ethersworn Canonist, because you can't kill Ethersworn Canonist with a Doomwake Giant, because you will never be able to get 2 triggers in the same turn. So I cut 1 Helm against his Galactic plan, and because he doesn't play counter spells. Like he may play Thoughtseize, but that's okay. Like Rest in Peace will be good even without Helm in this matchup anyway. Like Cast Out is bad against Galactic, but that's fine. So I want definitely 1 Swords to Plowshares. Maybe, I think I may want the second one. In which case I want to cut I think Elephant Grass. Like he has a lot of mana to pay for it, and of course if he has Merit Late to go with his Knight of the Reliquary, it's bad, but because of Chalice and all, like he has Loam to get as many lands as he wants. So that's not gonna be great. Here I definitely want to keep. Like it loses to something like Spirit of the Labyrinth, but we have a turn 2 Enchantress with a draw trigger already. Ooh, here I definitely want the turn 1 Mirror's Guile. Or do I? Actually, no, I want to turn 1 Wild Growth and then turn 2 Argothian plus Mirror's Guile. Because I want to start drawing cards starting next turn. So in case like he has a Liliana to make me sacrifice the Argothian, at least I will be guaranteed a one extra draw. Chalice is definitely annoying here. I think I want to throw away the Utopia Sprawl first. Getting the extra draw is nice, but having a Mirror's Guile would provide a lot of value in the late game. So maybe with him having the Chalice, I would have preferred to have the Mirror's Guile in play. And I'm playing the Windswept Heath, so I don't get this Ghost Quartered. Because I want Rest in Peace next turn and then start Doomwake Gianting. So I want this for a Bayou and this for the Rest in Peace. My opponent seems to be really drawing blanks here. I mean, he's not doing anything. Okay, I have a cast out for his Chalice as well. So I'm in a pretty good spot. This kills a creature plan. This could even kill a Ethersworn Canonist if he lets me resolve. If I have the first one he play and then I drop a second one. Oh, he doesn't have green mana. Here, I think I'm first going for the Argothian and cast out on Chalice end of turn. And I'm gonna leave the Doomwake Giant for him to play creature into it. And it has flash, so it gives us options to like end of turn cast out and take one of his hate bears if he so chooses to play one. Liliana, sure. Sacrificing one Argothian, I don't care. And I'm gonna fetch a Savannah and a Bayou. I don't think I wanna take the Liliana here. It's like, I think we can actually just raise it. Oh yeah, we have Helm of Obedience. I definitely don't care about Liliana. I think to play it safe, I'm first gonna draw some more cards until I actually put this on black, and now I think I can safely Helm here. Okay, week started better than the last one. And you have an automatic repairing, like almost instantaneously. So I hope it's not the same opponent. I mean, it would be good because we played Rest in Peace, which is good against him. I would like to play first, yes. And turn 2 Enchantress if he does not have Daze, so I'm going to keep this. Maybe weak to Daze, so I may play around it. If he's representing it. I think basic island gives a very low chance of him playing Daze in his deck. Like it could be blue-red Delver, I suppose. I'm gonna fetch around Stifle here anyway. Like if he untaps and has Counterspell or Spell Pierce, we're even farther behind. Like decks with basic island are more likely to play Spell Pierce or Counterspell, I think. Oh, as foretold is my guess. Show and tell. Sure. That's problematic. Because we don't have anything here. At least he needs to counter this or he won't gain 7 life back. And Serra Sanctum is kind of awkward here, because if I draw an Elephant Grass with my Utopia Sprawl, I'm gonna wish that I had the green mana available. He should have Force of Will if he drew 14 cards. And he did. Sure. Let's Utopia Sprawl into drawing one more. Nope. Not into another Solitary Confinement. Yeah, they need to make this green or white mana, and it will be even more insane, obviously. And because it took him so many cards to find a Force of Will, I feel okay. Oh, actually, he can draw 7 more cards next turn. Never mind. But yeah, I feel okay if I draw like a Banishing Light or something. I mean, the chances of him countering it are getting a bit lower. And he's down to 7, so he can't draw. So, top deck Banishing Light or Caracas? Actually, Caracas does nothing against Sneak Attack and Griselbrand. So, Banishing Light. This exact turn? No. Yeah, Sneaker Show is not even a bad matchup for us, but like he may play Sideboard Wipe Away or Echoing Truth, but I'm not gonna play around it with the Stoning Grove. I do want a Rex Sage. I do want Cast Out, Humility, and Sigarda. I think Elfin Grass is not great enough, because Griselbrand will draw him cards, which will get him Emrakul. So it's just nice as a 2-off, maybe. And Solitary Confinement is bad against Annihilator triggers. And we can cut a Doomwake Giant. Like if he's on if he has Omniscience, Trinisphere could be good. But I don't want to trim any more cards for that right now. And we already have a lot of non-enchantment spells now. So we'll find out pretty soon if 3 Lotus Petals is too much or if it's gonna help us win combo matchups. Would you like to play first? Yes. Cast Out works against Show and Tell, and I have Caracas. So like Sneak Attack could be a problem, but I think I can't mulligan this. I just have to hope that he goes over Show and Tell. Mirror Scale is okay here, but because I already have an answer to Show and Tell, I want to lead with Rest in Peace. In case I draw Helm of Obedience, that means his Show and Tell turns into a Suicide. And he would probably have Spell Pierce the Mirror's Guile as well. Like if I reveal Caracas, he may be inclined to not go show and tell but only sneak attack. But I do want to play Enchantress Presence and Mirror's Guile, so I think I have no choice. Here Lotus Petal was pretty nice as a ramp spell. I could actually have sideboarded in Surgical Extraction against Intuition, yeah, exactly. Of course, that's exactly the turn he draws the Intuition, or plays it. Exactly the turn I think about maybe having boarded in Surgical. And in case like I manage to Reclamation Sage, he's... In case I manage to Reclamation Sage, he's Sneak Attack, I can Surgical it away. I think he may go Show and Tell into Sneak Attack and activate it, because he knows Show and Tell isn't good enough here. Yeah, exactly, Show and Tell into Sneak Attack, and he sneaks in something in response. Fortunately, it's only Griselbrand, which means we'll get another turn. And because I have a shuffle effect in Zenith, I don't know, do I really want the... I think I do. I think I'm just gonna fetch and play Enchantress Presence to get a draw trigger and not... and keep my Caracas open. Yeah, I could have drawn one less card if I fetch now and draw one more card next turn. This will guarantee us a second shuffle effect if we break on Mirror's Guile, or it will be able to get us Sigarda next turn, or maybe the turn after, depending on... Oh, Blood Moon is rough against... Oh, we could Zenith for Rex Sage. Yeah, definitely keeping Zenith is more... Zenith is definitely more flexible in this matchup. So next turn Zenith for Rex Sage and keep Caracas open. Seems... I do kind of want Rest in Peace. In case of drawing Helm of Obedience, it's our fastest route to victory. But Utopia Sprawl is pretty nice too. Like I will have 4 mana available if I don't want to tap Caracas. Definitely don't need Windswept Heath. 4 mana available. So Utopia Sprawl will let me... Actually, Utopia Sprawl draws me the Rest in Peace. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use that to make sure I actually... Oh yeah, I don't even have a white mana without the Utopia Sprawl. If the Rex Sage gets countered. So I'm gonna name white here. I'm gonna Zenith for hopefully Rex Sage if it resolves. And you may have seen the line. So we're pretty dead to sneak attack. But we can still beat show and tell with something we draw off the top. And I may want Rest in Peace to draw 2 cards instead of dropping it off a show and tell. I'm not sure. Yeah, our opponent saw the line pretty well that he needed to show and tell into sneak attack, because just dropping sneak attack would not have given him. Oh, that's bad. What do I want to sacrifice here? Mirror's Gale seems good. Like these lands don't do anything yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I guess I can ditch one of these. Mirror's Gale we will need to get back into the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And I guess Caracas because it's bad against sneak attack. Oh, actually we're dead. It doesn't even matter. Okay, it's a winnable matchup, but we didn't, our opponent got the answers. Maybe it's a sign I should have kept in the Sterling Groves. Sterling Grove could have saved us there. But of course he would have had a force for the Sterling Grove instead of for the Rex Sage. So in the end it all doesn't really matter. Sometimes you just lose. This hand does beat his Merit Lage plan and his Iona plan, but not Grizzlebrand. So I think I'm still gonna keep, because I can't expect to mulligan into Petal Rest in Peace here. Okay, he's on Dark Depths, so I'm not going to reveal my Caracas yet. I'm just gonna Wild Growth. Yeah, if he would be straight Black-Red Reanimator, it would be a lot worse this hand. But because we have the chance to randomly screw him on the Dark Depths plan with his hand, we have, it was like a 40% chance, maybe not 40, maybe 30% chance that he was on Dark Depths, and then the Caracas would be great to keep. And we were lucky to draw the Argothian. Yeah, here we definitely want cast outs or supply shares. Sure. Oh, he will know about Caracas, so we might as well play it out. So I want Sigarda, I think. I'm not sure, he won't be able to make a sacrifice stuff, but just because it's a strong flying creature, it's better than Doomwake Giant. I may want Rex Sage. Yeah, Humility, Surgical, I don't know, bunch of cards. Yeah, the Thoughtseize was rough. So I probably also want Leyline of Sanctity here. Entomb, yeah. Grizzlebrand, I'm guessing, or Sire of Insanity, something. Oh, Grave Titan. I can potentially beat Grave Titan with Elephant Grass. Oh, thank you. Argothian Enchantress is exactly what I needed. Yeah, I definitely should thank him for this. I think it's safe here to tap the Caracas and jam the confinement. Ooh, rest in peace, I like. Don't turn off any crazy stuff for the next turn. By the way, the hand was a very loose keep. Like, I wouldn't advise anyone keeping it against a random deck, of course. But because I know his plan, I decided it was worth trying. And I might have lost to a turn 1 reanimate. Dark Ritual, sure. Maybe it's gonna hardcast another... He's not gonna hardcast anything. Thought he was gonna hardcast another Grave Titan. Maybe he wants to thin his deck, like exile any cards that are bad against Rest in Peace. Grizzlebrand, that's strange. I thought he would just like exile another reanimate or something. Because at least Grizzlebrand he can hardcast in like a few turns. I'm gonna sack the Solitary Confinement, play Argothian and play a second Confinement. Don't think I really need it, but it will draw me cards, so... Helm seems pretty good in killing people. So we got rewarded for a bad hand. He does not reveal his deck, so we don't get to see whether he's playing Wear Tear or not. I definitely want this, I want these. I don't think I want Rex Sage, like he may have Animate Dead, but it's not good enough. I don't want Doomwakes. I do want, I guess I'll take Sigarda as an alternative in case he has Spitting Needle on Helm. I do want all of these, probably. I don't want Carpet. I think Elfin Grass is good here because he has Merit Lage. Against regular Reanimator, I may not want all 4. I think I may keep in one Sterling Grove if I can't get anything. I got a Zenith. I got a... maybe I get one Solitary Confinement. No, I think I need to prevent as much damage as possible. Because I added another petal, I may cut a land. Because I need speed and not... Nah, I'm just gonna let him have the Wear Tear if he really wants to board into that. Humility, Elfin Grass. Okay, I don't want to cut away all my draw effects. But I think I still need a Sigarda. Like I can't afford to have to rely only on Helm of Obedience and lose to a hate spell on it. Let's see, this is good. I can turn 1, put this on white, and I have a potential to draw Serra Sanctum for Humility or like Rest in Peace. It's not great, but I'm going to keep. Okay, he does have the white mana. Grizzlebrand, sure. I think we weren't going to be the turn 1 Grizzlebrand anyway on the draw. So it doesn't really matter. I'm playing Elfengrass, like I really don't want him to attack, but we only have one land, so we're never going to be able to keep paying for this. But we have a second one. No, I still think I need to advance my own mana. I've let him attack one time and let him draw 7 more cards. We'll probably lose the game, but like playing Elfengrass only buys us a turn anyway. And we would still need to top deck Caracas. So did I side out any Elfengrass? I did not. I may want to side out on Elfengrass for, I don't know, Sterling Grove or something like that. Because Elfengrass is, like you see, it's not great in a situation like this. Fixed Mage, sure. We can remove counters from the Elfengrass, I suppose. I really need the Serra Sanctum here. Yeah, now I'm sad I only played 2. Maybe I want to up it back to 3, but it can be a very awkward land, so... I'm going to Swords to Plowshares here. In combat. So I'm gonna keep... Although if he plays Iona... No, he's gonna play Iona on white probably. So I won't be able to Swords her anyway. Otherwise I would want to keep the Swords to Plowshares for an Iona. At least he won't be able to draw any more cards. Because he doesn't gain the life until it's exiled. But he has another Grizzlebrand in the graveyard, so he may just reanimate another one. But now we only need to top deck 1 white mana, and once we land Humility, I think we're in a good spot. Then he needs to have exactly where they are. Ticebot Tyrant. Yeah, he has 4 cards in hand. If he's targeting my land, I'm gonna concede. No, Leyline I can allow. But if he has like 1 more spell to bounce the land, I have no out to this. GG. Do I want Sterling Grove or not? Or do I want my forest back because I was mana screwed? Definitely want to cut 1 Elfengrass. Maybe even want to cut 2. Bring back in Forest and Sterling Grove. Maybe on the draw I can cut one ley line again, because it's less likely, like I may have Rest in Peace before he's able to Thoughtseize me. Maybe that's a very loose way of thinking, but sure. No turn 1 Rest in Peace, but turn 1 Enchantress followed by Elephant Grass. I think I can't mulligan this. So I can fetch a Bayou here. Actually, I need more whites sources. I'm gonna fetch the Savannah. This does not look well. Here it's annoying that Serra Sanctum does not make any mana, so I think I need to cycle the Elephant Grass first, which is a pity. Yeah, if I had drawn the forest and could play Argothian, then I would have been in a good spot. Ooh. Looks like he's kept really bad, well, maybe not bad, but very slow hand. Maybe he only needed one more card to go off, and he missed, or something like that. Yeah, at least it's good. Decks like these are a little bit inconsistent. But here we're gonna be in problems with our mana again, because Elephant Grass will cost 2 mana. Or it's just gonna hardcast some big creature, it seems like. Massacre. Sure, now I'm sad that I fetched the Savannah. Yeah, if he plays Grave Titan, I definitely have to keep paying the Elephant Grass. And I will be left with only 1 mana, so that's not great. I think I'm gonna cycle here, because I want to make my land drops. And he's not representing wear there yet, because he would have played it an attack already. So I think I'm just gonna keep paying until I no longer can. And just try to make as many land drops as possible. At least if you sacrifice this, this is actually a swamp. So that's so it will make mana for sure. Oh, this is bad. He's gonna take the presence for sure. No, he did not. That's interesting. Yeah, losing our Argothians was very bad. 。 Because then at least any utopias for all of the top would have been good. And Doom, okay. Let's hope he does not have to reanimate. He does. So I'm inclined to sacrifice this now. Like he can attack for 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But he's very unlikely not to have a sword next turn. Does this make a difference? I don't think so. Like I can just play Enchantress Presence and that's it. Then he can attack one turn, probably just bounce the Enchantress Presence. Yeah, we drew really unlucky big enchantments here. That's yeah, he's gonna bounce the Enchantress Presence and discard it with the Thoughtseize. It's a very strong interaction. Oh, he does not. I guess he's afraid of me top decking Helm. And I think we lose. I think well, I'm theoretically able to cast the Leyline of Sanctity. I won't be able to draw any outs here. So yeah, Leyline didn't help me here. Yeah, opponent says it was a misclick. It turns out even a bad hand of theirs can still beat us being too slow. Like not hitting a second mana there and having to drop the Elephant Grass a bit too early. I think it cost us. And of course the Massacre, even though like it didn't matter in the end, it was still quite brutal. So maybe I should have fetched around it. Like I didn't expect him to have Massacre, but I could have. I mean, there was no reason to fetch the Savannah except because I thought I might need more white mana for humility later. Because I think we already had the Serra Sanctum. But we weren't without a chance. So yeah, definitely the fourth Elephant Grass should have stayed in and the Leyline should have gone out on the draw. On the play, I mean. And then we would have been able to play the second Grass. Which is bad in face of a Tidespout Tyrant. But we would have been able to... Yeah. Like if we didn't top deck another non-land card, for example. Or at least it would have given us more flexible outs. I'm not gonna crack the chests here because I played some janky decks and wasted a lot of event tickets. So I want to get back to over 100 before I start opening them again. Just to be sure to get back my money and to be able to play more events. Yeah, they're buying for 32. Guess they're still usually the highest buyer. Okay, 19 tickets, that's okay. Okay, so after this I can start opening chests again. Yeah, Michael Lewis seems to be doing pretty good again. Like he had 25 trophies in the last season. Like he was the one with the most of them. Now it's only been going for 20 days and he already has 6. And he has, oh no, he only has 1 more month. Yeah, he probably won't make 25 again. I think he said he only was grinding one very hard, like the previous one, and he would be playing a bit less. And Surfing Bird on Storm is doing well, and Arkan on, I don't know, let's check out what the big boys are playing. Arc 4 and 4 color control, alright. No, I guess that's also one of the tier decks right now. Chicken Dude Pounds, I think he was on Food Chain or something, I'm not sure. I would like to play first regardless. And I would like to keep. Sure. Elven Grass should prevent a lot of damage next turn. I shouldn't have played this land yet, because it may be my only source of black. Like I wanted to play around Wasteland. Maybe I should have kept my fetch land for now. Yeah, this is bad against turn 1 Chalice, obviously. But But on the play against like two Eldrazi mimics, it's definitely good. The Thought-Knot Seer is a big problem because we have almost no way of killing it. So like the leaves the battlefield effect to draw a card, it's never gonna happen. And I'm very happy that he did not take Rest in Peace. The City of Traitors is also very awkward here, because if he wants to play other stuff, like a Smasher or something, it will be very hard for him to ever pay Elephant Grass. Unless he uses a Spirit Guide. So I'm gonna keep paying this for now. And he can't wasteland me without sacrificing his city. This is definitely one of the matchups where the extra Sigarda and Seeds of Innocence should come in handy. Yeah, this is exactly the reason to want to keep my fetch land. But I guess Modo fixed that for us by drawing us an auto land. Next turn I should have enough mana for Doomwake Giant, but I don't know if I can pay for Elephant Grass. Like, this stops Smashers forever, unless I have Dismember. So if I pay 3 for Elephant Grass, I have 1, 2 and 3 from Sanctum, so I think I can pay one more turn. Just to be sure. Like, I don't want to take the risk. And even if I top the Calm of Obedience, also I will have the 5 mana for that. Do I want to pay? Yes, please. Oh, actually I have 6 mana here. It's a pity I can't keep a green one open. It's like I have more 1 mana green top decks. Yeah, if I draw very well next turn, I could actually be able to kill the Thought-Knot Seer. Like if I draw 4 enchantments. I mean, if I draw 3 enchantments plus this one, and they are like all 1 mana cost. One more hour. Okay, that means I won't be able to play a third league anymore. Sure. Oh yeah, Eldrazi Temple only makes 1 mana for Elephant Grass. So it will end up being very awkward for him. And this kind of incentivizes me to keep paying ridiculous amounts of mana for it. Because I just feel like he will never be able to pay for it anymore. Let's see how much mana. Yeah, this should get me a Eidolon of Blossoms. He's gonna dismember this, it seems. Or is he? Sure. I don't think I mind. Do I want to place... I think I want to play Solitary Confinement here. Like, it's just a feeling. Seems like my feeling was right. I'm gonna keep the second helm here, because my opponent is on Thought-Knot Seer. So I don't want him to take all of them, like my only helm out of my hand. I do want Sigarda. I don't want Carpet of Flowers, obviously. I think I don't need Sterling Grove. Like, he may have a slight splash for white or green, but I don't want to play around it. I do want my destruction for artifacts. I think it's okay to cut one more Zenith for like either Swords to Plowshares or Lotus Petal, just to slow him down. I think Eidolon is a bit too slow on the draw as well, so I'm gonna take either of, like one of both. Like Lotus Petal should be able, if he plays Fear of Resistance, or like Chalice on 1 to stop my wild growths, then at least I have a way of making fast mana. I think I have to mulligan this. I think I don't want to mulligan this, but I'll keep, because of Doomwake, and at least I can try to scry to a 3 mana spell. It's not a good plan, but mulliganing to 5 against the deck with Thought-Knot I don't like that. Yeah, sometimes I board in Ley Line of Sanctity against Eldrazi, because it's top Thought-Knot Seer, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, especially now, because I didn't have the Sigarda before, and the other thing, I forgot the name, Seeds of Innocence. Then I had a lot of spots I didn't need. Oh, he did not take Doomwake Giant. He did either not learn his lesson, or actually he did learn his lesson, because last game the grass was very rough. Yeah, I think I got to jam it here to avoid getting smashed to death. And like again, he will need like one more land to pay even for the single Thought-Knot. Okay, that's pretty bad, I admit. Okay, I don't think I want Humility in this matchup. Not entirely sure. But I definitely do want Sigarda. Like next turn or something. I'll accept this one. Let's see, I did not bring in the cast out, right? No. Maybe another Swords to Plowshares could be good. Here is awkward because I need to tap my forest for the Elfin Grass. And I won't be able to play green spells next turn. But I also don't want to take 10 damage. So I don't really have a choice. Yeah, exactly, very awkward. I think I'm playing the land, because then I can pay 3 of the Serra Sanctum and the Plains. So yeah, even though he plays Chalice, I think I want one more Swords to Plowshares, clearly. And here I don't need to pay Elephant Cross, because I'm dead on board. This is interesting. I sprawl here for black, I suppose. Then I play... I think I'm gonna play all white to preserve as much green as possible. I can still fetch for a Savannah if I draw Rest in Peace. So this buys us one turn, and then I need to sacrifice it, of course. And here drawing the Rex Age is not great, because they don't seem to have any artifacts in their hand, or they would have played them earlier like the Chalice. I still need to keep it in, because I think there's no way they have boarded out the Chalice. And I'm gonna fetch here just to slightly reduce the chance of drawing this Bayou, because it's like my last draw step, probably. Okay, and we're dead. Like his thought not did a lot here, so that kind of invites to play Leyline, but it still feels bad. Maybe Leyline to prevent him from thought knotting the helm is better than having the second helm. And yeah, I don't want to cut any of these really. Elephant Cross is only a temporary solution. Second Lotus Petal is maybe not so great, like the third one. And what else to cut? Maybe a single Rest in Peace. Because he doesn't do anything against his deck unless we draw Helm of Obedience. I like to play first, yes. This hand could be good, but it's bad. It has potential. This hand is pretty bad, so I think I need to mulligan it. Like an Orgothian off the top would make it fine. Yeah, I'll keep this. Oh, I'll definitely keep that on top. Okay, on turn 1, sprawl on white. Then turn, if you play a Mimic, I can play, I can Swords it and play Mary's Guile next turn. Like I need to Swords the Mimic or the Endless one because sadly I will have to use the mana in my own turn. Okay, I will now just use the mana to pay for Thorn of Amethyst. Yeah, it's a very good opener by him. Like I think none of my previous hands could have beat this. So at least if his other 3 cards are garbage and he kept it because of these ones, I stand a small chance. I think I just want the land and shuffle these. Because they didn't do anything for us. Then I'm gonna wait until his turn to plow, in case he plays like Smasher or Thought Knots here. What is he playing? He has something big, so I feel like I want to take the damage first. If you lose on 2 points of life difference, actually he probably has a chalice, because if it was a big creature, maybe you wouldn't have would have played it to make his mimic bigger. But oh well. I still think it was the right line here to wait until end of turn. I think I take Lotus Petal and hope to draw into a land next turn. Like the third card down is a land. And then Doomwake Giant should be able to beat this guy. Oh. Is that Alice Dust? Please don't be Alice Dust. Chalice for 1, sure. I'm gonna plow that dude. Oh yeah, he needed to pay 2 and then 1 additional mana. Oh yeah, he's just floating 1 random mana. Okay, just tapped wrong. We need land this turn, otherwise I think we're gonna lose to the wasteland. Okay, that's excellent. Oh no, it's a creature, so it's not. But he has Eye of Ugin, so once he hits 7 mana, it's gonna be very hard to beat. Smasher is fine. Like, unless he has to dismember, but he can't pay for dismember through the Thorn of Amethyst. And I'm gonna draw the Enchantress Presence, even though the wasteland was pretty rough here. At least 1 more land and I can start drawing, like I can start playing my presence. Okay, I think we lose to this. If we did not have the Chalice, we could have won with Elephant Grass. This one, at least he wouldn't have been able to pay for both. Like, we can't even fetch here anymore. Like, if we fetch, we lose. But I really need a fetch land, so that's problematic. I'm still gonna draw it, like in case he plays Urborg, I can still tap it for mana. Yeah, Smasher is a pretty hard card. I can't block, so I'm going to concede. Eldrazi did the Eldrazi thing. That was not very. This league isn't going as great. But I think I have all the tools to beat. I have all the tools to beat. I have all the tools to beat Eldrazi. I just didn't draw them in time. Like, even Swords. No, he had Chalice. Like, Swords to Plowshares wouldn't have saved us. But Yeah, I may want something else. I'm not sure which one. Like solitary confinement wouldn't have saved us because we didn't have a draw engine. And what else? Yeah, I guess sometimes you just lose to Eldrazi. Maybe I shouldn't need to fix it anymore. Just like the combination of Chalice and Thorn of Amethyst was too bad, it was too hard on us. And it was the main reason we want to play cards like Seeds of Innocence. As a card who would deal with both of them. BC Mirrored chooses to play first, and because of the Mirror's Guile, I'm going to keep this. And if he takes a Mirror's Guile, then this hand is very weak. I'm still gonna play out the Carpet of Flowers to ramp into being able to play anything I top deck. I really don't mind him taking the carpet. I think I want to play safely around Days here. It seems like it could be very valuable to play Rest in Peace this turn. Making Casey. But yeah, even if he plays Anglers or Tombstalkers or Deathrights, it actually doesn't make sense to play the Rest in Peace before they have them in play. If you can play around Days. Here I want the second Rest in Peace, and I want to shuffle away the rest of the cards with my fetch land. It's a pity I already drew the Savannah, so I can't fetch it with. Maybe I shouldn't have fetched and just played the Savannah to keep my Lotus Petal. Yeah, I think that was a better play. Like I didn't realize I had the Savannah in my hand when I decided to take this line. Here top decking the Serra Sanctum with the petal still in play would have been very good to wipe his board. So I'm gonna go for Argothian. Leave these on top in that order. I also think I should have tapped the Bayou here, because when people wasteland you, they often take the untapped land if they don't know what to choose, and I want them to waste my Savannah, so I should have left the Savannah untapped. Again, it's like also very small. It's like a very small difference in play, which did not matter in the end, but I still think it's worth considering. Okay, sure. Yeah, this is definitely a matchup I want my second Sterling Grove. I'm gonna name black here, probably. Although no, I think I name white here to be able to Otherwise I can't play the Rest in Peace this turn. Okay, I admit our top decks are real. Carpet of Flower is... Unless they have next turn Leovold, which is horrible with Carpet of Flowers. Then this is gonna be very good. Yes, I want more Argotians, unless they have Leovold again. Let's see, Utopia's Sprawl is mana neutral, so I want to play that first. I don't need more draw spells, I just need to make sure my Doomwake Giant resolves. So I think I'm gonna put these on top. I'm gonna make green mana with it. I'm gonna Sprawl for black to play around the wasteland in case I ever need a second Doomwake Giant. I have 8 mana, so I can't play... Wait, what the hell? So wrong in so many ways. Like, he knows I have Doomwake Giant. Actually, here I can afford to play Argothian first, because I know he stepped out. Like, I have no idea what happened to my opponent. I should either keep the force for the giant or for the top deck Helm of Obedience. I want Sterling Grove. I don't want all the petals. They may have Liliana, and just like this blocks, at least it blocks the Delver if they're on the Delver version. I do want to cast out as more answers to Leovold. I still believe they could be on Leovold, so I'm gonna side as if they already played Leovold in game 1. Yeah, I think these are not so great here. I mean, if they are on Delver, they could be good, but I'm assuming they're like more control-ish version because they had a basic island. Sure, I don't want to cut Zenith, but it may just be better than cutting anything else. This hand is acceptable. Like on the draw, it could be very slow, but because it has 2 draw effects. If it was only the Argothian Enchantress, it would be too weak to Force of Will or Thoughtseize. But I didn't want, like, just the combination of these 3 is enough to convince me. And we got rewarded by drawing the Sprawl. Play around Daze and Stifle here. May run into Liliana. Or, well, basically the same. I think people are often playing Edict over Liliana these days because of the Snapcaster Call Again command. Synergies in their deck. I think I still want to play around Stifle, even though I don't think he has it. Okay, I'm glad to have the Banishing Light here. We won't draw a card of Enchantress Presence, but at least he will only get the draw trigger after this resolves, the Banishing Light resolves. So if he has a blue card with no Force of Will, he can't draw a Force of Will. And you're 1 mana short for Doomwake Giant. But I may already run out the Helm of Obedience. I don't think they're on days, so I'm just gonna... So either he has a decay for the Banishing Light, or he just drew the force of the trigger. If he does not decay the Banishing Light, then he's very likely to just have drawn the force right there. Because protecting his Leovold is more important than stopping the helm yet, for now. I already have a difficult to kill white, so I think I'm gonna fetch another Bayou here. Why did he tap his mana? I'm not sure. Or maybe he wants to stifle this trigger. Yeah, our opponent is 2-2, so I proposed that if I win this game, I concede because I can't make 3-2 anymore. But like, he could give me the treasure chest and he keeps the 120 play points. Like, he doesn't Like he still gets back his league entry, and I yeah, today's videos had a lot of concessions and price splittings going on, but yeah, I mean, if I can get one chest out of this league, I'm still pretty happy about it. It's better than nothing. And at least our opponent is happier. Like either nobody gets anything, or our opponent gets like a lot, and like our opponent has nothing in. Yeah, I'm really bad at finishing my sentences when I play. But yeah, anyway, so either nobody gets anything if we both 2 and 3, or like he gets something, I get something. It's beneficial for everybody. And I don't need to like try to get rid of I don't need to try to take as much out of this as possible. Like I could have asked him like for 50%, but then I don't know, that would feel pretty bad, because we didn't even deserve to cash out on this league. So I'll definitely open this chest on camera, because yeah, it's like selling it for 2 tickets means nothing if we pay 12 to enter, while being open to open a crazy card is worth a lot more. And if we don't open anything, we don't lose anything either. Wow. Okay, we actually did get our 120 play points. So everybody won big in this league. I'm gonna stop now because the game is going down for maintenance, and I'll see you again for the next video later.